We're live.
There you go. That's slap vision.
No, there's a little bit more shine there, mate, and he's dulling off a bit.
That's the pledge.
All right. Still. Hey, there's a comment there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's double trouble at home. Oh, well, there we go.
Your subscription has been suspended.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
And there's nobody in the house.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
Right, so it'll be a quick night tonight. Very quick show, all of 2 minutes. Dog bed now.
There's
Hi, Tanya.
again. I'm sure her nickel elastic's on that door, that swinging door. I'm sure it is. Because every time the door opens, she comes running in.
That would suggest that you broke all the speed limits and went through all the red lights to get here.
Hi, Simon.
Yeah, so, yes, we've been clearing the garage a little bit. Woo! Oh, you know, the simple things in life.
As long as you're not overdoing it.
Oh, God, don't you start at all. I've already been, I've been told off a few times.
Yeah.
A few times, yeah.
Well, Mumsy would not have a go at you if you weren't overdoing it.
I know.
She only thinks of you, you know. She don't want to lose you doing things that you can prevent.
Oh, no, I know. Well, I put one of those, you know, the big...
Hi, Mariana.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Simon.
Stanley Workmates, the big heavy metal ones in the skip. And she came out, you put that in there? I says, no, Clive did. That's her cousin. No, you have. I said, no, he did. But he just stood there. He didn't back me up. So I had to admit that it was me that put it in.
See, Mummy knows. Mummy knows best.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I told you, it's like Big Brother. She's got cameras everywhere.
I really didn't know how I got that, though.
Have you had any blood tests taken or anything?
No, it's from the medication I'm on. It's bruising. The slightest touch and I'm bruising like that.
We could always say
it's a nice one, isn't it? A nice one, isn't it? I'm trying to decide what it is, but I'm not quite sure, you know.
We could always complain that the missus is beating you up all the time.
It could be.
But then,
and you need emergency accommodation.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's Cloppy Dogrel. It's Cloppy Dogrel I'm on. That's causing
There's perhaps a solution.
Blood thinners.
Yeah,
causes that as well.
Yeah, that's what Cloppy Dogrel is. Cloppy Dogrel is blood thinners, and also I'm on aspirin as well. I got told off the other day because I forgot to take my aspirin.
Hi, Laurie.
That's
when he gave you permission to call her Laurie Sue instead of pronouncing the whole name.
Yes. Yes, that was a bit of a mouthful, that name there, so we shortened it to Laurie Sue.
Hi, Sharon.
Unless you're able to get your tongue around that.
Sue Crag and Clump. That's all. Hello there, Laurie Sue Crag and Clump. And hi, Sharon Kane Martin.
Ooh.
I've been called worse there. Where we go?
Yeah, I can probably believe that one. Yeah. I'm trying to think of a name that I haven't been called yet, and I'm running out of possible suggestions.
Hi, Mary. How are you?
Who's three? Hi, you're three. Who's three? Which one's three?
Trouble.
Yes, I'm back again. It's me again.
Oh, where's your title gone?
I don't know. It says you put these things up. Yours is gone as well.
Oh, press it. Yeah.
There you are. Back on again. So every time we put something up, our titles go.
Oh dear.
No, it's all right, Mary. It's too late now.
You know, we cannot be held responsible for your grammatical errors.
No, not at all.
Hi, Karen Gibbons.
Should try speaking the King's English, yeah.
Well, we would, but he's unable to speak English himself. All he speaks is waffle, as I have no idea what language it is he's speaking, but I'll just have to call it.
No, Marianne, don't you start. You've already started a day about my tooth. Don't go on. You'll be muted. I've got the power of mutation, so just watch yourselves tonight. Yeah.
And I've got the power.
Mutation.
I've got the power to build a cabinet at you with my sonic screwdriver.
Anybody who answers a message that's not for them are going to get muted. There you go. I've made the decision. I'm taking admin by the scruff of the neck.
Right. Now, that is one of those situations where Daddy has spoken.
Yeah. I've got, you know, you can really go off some people. I've got sweets for you. Oh, sorry, Tom. Sorry. I'm going to have to eat them.
Good on you. Good on you.
Well, it could be a very quiet night tonight, as everybody ends up being dadulated.
Yeah. I'm telling you, she's heading for it. She's heading for it. I tell you now, she's stuffed herself with a message now. I was going to go to it, but no, not now.
Well, one of us might.
Looks like fun tonight. Yes, that's because I'm back, Mary.
Yeah, well, I've not had my medication for tonight yet, so I might not remember going to anybody.
No, you're not muted.
Oh, I've had mine.
Mary.
I've had mine. I've had my medication, so I'm all right.
Right, what we're going to
be on the ball with it today.
Heck, because I need to have my meds first.
Yes.
You're breaking up and you're frozen.
Sorry, I forgot.
You were breaking up there and you froze a couple of times. Yeah. Yes, it was a very bad connection there. You went all
I have no idea what he's saying.
Hi, Tanita.
Hi, Tanita. Right, what we're doing is going to be a bit the same as like Wednesday, but this time we've got the main man back with us, Daddy Tom. Going to be a little bit of Q&A and then mediumship. So have your questions ready. Hi, Roy. But what I will say is we've been having a lot of people moaning about other people taking other people's messages. So if we can just ask whether the person that gets the message only answers, because people are just saying they're getting so confused with what's going on and how it's going.
When Daddykins gets messages telling me
a little bit.
People are concerned.
I can see a head coming out your nose.
I put mine this morning.
Right, got it.
Yeah, they're still all not there. Yeah, that's good. Yes, when Daddykins gets messages, personal messages from people saying, whose message is this for? That's the time the mute button comes out. And you wouldn't like me when the mute button comes out.
If he mutes both of us, he can do it himself.
Yeah, so that is what we're having to ask people for now. Hi, Kim. It's because of we just keep getting it, and it's getting a bit monotonous with people actually.
But it's not fair on us.
Forwards.
It's not fair on us. You're giving a message to someone, and other people are answering. So it's not fair. It causes confusion. It's then people are saying, "Well, who's the message for? Who are you with?"
And it does get confusing. Oh, right. Questions. Please bring up some questions.
Yeah, throw your questions out. Where have I been? No business.
Yeah, it is very confusing. Yep, exactly, Kim.
If anybody asks where I've been, got sod all to do with you. I'm in one of them.
Yeah.
Who the hell's Tim? God's sakes, get it right, Kim. Dear God. My heart is still under investigation, if that's what you're meaning, Kim. I'm still awaiting the results. I still don't know whether I'm going to have a pacemaker or not. So that's all up in the air. And if I snuff it, I'm coming through these two lads. Give you all a message. Yeah.
But you're not going to yet.
No. I've been told off. I've been told.
Tanya just put, Christine Marie Harris and Tanya do that to each other because half the time it involves our family that we are both working on.
Not the point, Tanya. Not the point. You have to understand here that other people don't know that. And basically, it causes confusion for those who are watching. Because they think then that everybody's getting a message, and why can't they get a message? Well, let's put it this way, Kim. I got in the dentist chair. She filled my gum full of that numbing gunk. I swallowed off the bloody stuff. It was awful. God, it's an awful taste. And she asked me how it was after she did that. So I went, meaning that it was all right because I kept putting the thumbs up as well. So she decided there and then to act on the air of caution, we'll say. And basically she filled around where the crown is so that I'm winging it for now because she doesn't want to do it so close to the heart up, basically. So it is a case of I've just got to wing the prayer and just hope that it's going to completely settle down sufficiently enough to get me through the next 5-6 months, and then she can see about taking it out. So yeah.
One other quick thing I want to say.
Oh God, Tim, not you as well. Oh. It's not funny, son. It's not funny.
Well,
she's heading for a mute. She's heading for a mute, I'm telling you.
Maybe if you should listen to Mumsy, then you wouldn't be having other people having a moan.
Stick. I've got a heart because I've seen it on the screen. Stick it about here. Stick it about here, that stick. All right. I know Mumsy's right. I know.
Yeah.
But it's so bloody frustrating. I've got to go 9 months to a year with tiredness. I've got to go 9 months to a year without lifting anything bloody heavy. And it's like, come on,
Yeah, you've got a big heart. That is the problem.
Oh, no.
Well, I would be celebrating
too soft.
myself not having to lift a finger.
Uh,
It'd be like being royalty laid out on your Roman emperor sofa, giving it, oh, do peel me a grape.
I know, but I don't like Mumsy having to sort of lift the bags and all that sort of thing, you know.
Or you can give it.
There's shopping bags, for God's sakes.
Or you can say,
Well,
Mumsy, there's a 500 weight bag of coal needing moving into the shed. In you go, trot along.
Yeah. That's why, I mean, I've been doing some decorating. Wait for it. I've been doing some decorating. I've been doing some tiling. Yeah. Yeah. I know I've crashed out in an afternoon.
Or you could give it, hey, Mumsy, there's 2,000 house bricks need moving to the backyard to build your wall.
Yeah, no, I was just talking about that the other day, about building a wall. Evening, Carly.
Yeah,
Hiya, Carly.
Is that building a wall to have you walled up behind it?
Oh, probably, mate. I'm sick of getting told off today. I got told off by Mumsy. I got told off by her cousin. I got told off by the neighbours, one after the other. And it's like, oh, okay.
And how many of them actually come out and gave you a hand?
Mumsy's cousin did. Mumsy was as well. And
Come on, try it. Down you get. You're not doing the mediumship.
Chris, the neighbour, she came out this morning to give a hand.
Right.
Mumsy's cousin was already
Can I just say something, please?
Haven't you said enough?
I haven't been able to get a word in edgeway.
Well, that's normal.
I want to say a big thank you to Carly Lou. She sent us a card.
Oh, I didn't get one.
And very much appreciated.
Didn't even get a get well card. I mean,
really much appreciated, Carly.
Hey, for God's sakes, it's not much to accept with card, is it? Still, it doesn't matter.
It is nice to feel appreciated.
Look,
You know.
you didn't even get a get well card from Mumsy.
No.
Yeah. As we were all thinking of you, though, Tom.
Oh, I know that. I know that, son.
Yeah.
I know that.
Right. On one of the pages, some people may be looking on, it's got about stars. Do not send the stars.
Oh, God, they're not still doing that, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Right, that's taking care of that star page.
Yeah. So if you want to give donations, you can do, but no stars.
Oh, the glasses I can see now.
Because you'll be paying Facebook so much. And yeah, you can send reviews, but no stars from that page.
You can send cola cubes.
Gupta.
Yeah, you can send cola cubes.
For Luke. Oh, LOL Luke. Sorry, I thought it said for Luke then.
Yeah, you can send cola cubes.
Oh, thank you,
Right.
Ali. Ali's
Yeah.
nice. I like Ali. See, Ali cares.
Oh, no one knows your address, Tom. It's to Tom, the medium, care of Wales.
Yes. So, has anyone got any questions?
Yeah. Are you making the coat or am I?
I've told you. Any questions about me, where I've been, that can sort off. Somebody sent me a letter one time, praising me up about my mediumship one time, and they did actually put that medium, Tom Dodds the medium, in the town where I lived, and It was delivered to me. God.
Not even the postman knew you then.
Oh, God.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Oh, there you go. Kim's not asking me any questions tonight because she doesn't want me stressed.
Oh, well, that's a bonus.
Yeah. Good evening, Jeannie. Baldazara.
Well, there's one from...
When you're not in the same room. That's a stupid question, Roy. Oh, gee, do me a favour. Next time you say that, lad, give him a slap on the back of the head, will you? Just rattle his brain a bit. Just, you know, just a quick, you know what I mean? But make sure the angle's right so it slips off at the top.
Let's see if I can reach. Right, there you go. That's it. Cabinet falling off the wall on top of his head.
That's good. Thank you.
And he says, no, it's not. I don't know whether that's no, it's not, as in the cabinet's not falling off the wall.
Yeah. No, I think he's meaning that it's not a stupid question. Spirit of everywhere, Roy. Come on, mate. You know that.
Mm.
You don't need to be in the same room. I have answered the question. Dear God. Oh, that's a double slap on the back of the head when you see him next time, please. Call accused the biz bit done my teeth in. Oh, Jeannie, don't talk about teeth, for God's sakes. Oh. Why do I bother? Well, make your mind up, Roy. Now you're saying I have.
Got it right.
It's Doctor Who's spanner, is it? Put the spanner in the works, you use.
Does this look like a spanner? It is a sonic screwdriver.
Come on, lads, all together now. Hand the glasses over to Ali. Hand the glasses over to Ali. Come on. Let's get it sorted. There you go. You have a choice of 3 now to have a look at. Okay. Dear God. Oh. Yeah, you just... What are you getting on about now? That's another slap on the back of the head for Roy next time you see him. All right, mate? No, I'll have a word with your mum. She'll do it for me.
Well, Ali did correct herself. She did say screwdriver.
It's a Star Wars. Yeah, it's a mini one. It's a mini Star Wars.
Star Wars. It's not Star Wars.
It's a mini Star Wars light stick.
No,
it's not.
Oh, yeah, I can just see a small person doing the old lightsaber. Zip, zip,
Yeah,
zip.
it's a baby one. It's got to grow up yet.
It is the Doctor Who sonic screwdriver.
Not the Doctor Who sonic screwdriver, but the Doctor Who sonic
No,
screwdriver.
it's the Doctor Who screwdriver. You see,
It's orders.
when you like me, and you get a little bit
I like that, Marianne.
bitter, sick, and twisted, you just regenerate into something a little bit more jovial. So there's a guarantee that I will not regenerate into Tom Dodds.
That's guaranteed. I'm still here. Hey, okay, here's another question. How does a loved one know you are available to pass messages to their loved one?
That is quite a good one, actually.
They'd answered his first question. Spirits everywhere. They're there when you go to see someone or whatever. They're there. It's another slap on the back of the head, Luke. All right. Well, I'll have a word with Mum. I'll get her to do a few. And she will for me.
I don't doubt that. As a number one fan of Tom of the Dodds, no doubt she definitely will.
Yeah. She's elevated herself up to #1 fan, hasn't she? Bless her.
Yeah.
Yes, we went to see her today because the boiler wasn't working.
Yeah.
So we ended up having to call out someone. And they actually... What?
Did you mention it to the nurse that she's having problems with the waterworks?
No, her boiler wasn't working. So Luke, being Luke, he actually phoned up and they was out within the hour. And we was all shocked how quick they come out and they fixed it.
Yes, they can do, Mary.
Yeah, I had to take one of my pills. I was suffering from shock. And I was
because Mum was on about the boiler not working.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, Mary. There you've had your message for the evening. See, we're red hot tonight when it comes to messages for people. We preempt them.
No. Wasn't there type one with your boiler?
Who? Wasn't what?
Wasn't there something wrong with your boiler?
Yeah. The stupid bloody heat exchanger was on its way out. It's going to cost 500 quid to repair it. So we decided to go for a new boiler instead.
It was the size of a matchstick.
Hi, Elizabeth. How are you?
Yeah, there are very few companies that will come out the same day.
But I think because your mum's age and that, they had to because it's
the prioritised
that we were talking about the Duchess. They were out there like a shot.
Yeah, it's the
good
same
to hear, Elizabeth.
That's the same as me. I mean, I've been put on the priority list now with British Gas, so. Tell you, Mary, this boiler was only about 9 years old, so. If I'm in the spirit world, how do I know you are available to pass the message on? I'm trying to be serious. Do they get in a queue to pass messages through the medium to their loved ones? Yes, they do, Roy.
Yes, they do. I sit here daily doing broadcasts, and all the spirits are stood there in a queue, one behind the other, awaiting their turn.
Yeah, like kids queuing up for their school meal and all that. That's basically what they're doing.
I saw, there was one night I was at this place. It was funny. I was talking about how I had a queue, people waiting to come through.
You're not having more problems, are you, Kim?
And there was this guy, and he saw. He was like this. Sort of, he must have been about halfway along the queue. He was like this, and he was going.
Is that all fixed now, Kim?
Doing that, and it was crazy, because when he actually come to the front of the queue, and I spoke to this lady. This lady was in hysterics because that's the type of thing he used to do when he used to be in the shop and what have you. He would sort of stand in the queue, and if she was waiting by the door, he would lay down like that and go. So it's a good bit of evidence for it.
Yeah. Well.
Now, Roy, you're cruising for a bruising, pal.
Yes. Something.
Finally, a serious answer.
Yeah. For 3 weeks, this is our last one for 3 weeks. We won't be back on again here for 3 weeks.
Bad.
Good evening about that.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very sad, but after great thought, deep meditation, and consultation with the guides, I've come to the decision that as of 10 o'clock Sunday, I will be doing no more mediumship.
Naff all.
Absolutely naff all.
That'd be 10 p.m.
That's what I said.
Yeah. No, you just said 10 o'clock. You didn't say p.m. or a.m.
Well, do you know You're the next one heading for a slapping.
Yes. We are off on holiday.
Yes, it's going to be great. It's a fabulous holiday. We both deserve it. Paul is going to Gran Canaria. I'm going to Sydney, Australia.
And I'll be away when you get back, so I won't be doing anything.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
You'll be going to Vietnam, and Mummy will be going to what, Blackpool?
No, we're off down to Dorset.
So you're going to Dorset, and Mummy's going to Vietnam.
No, we're both going down to Dorset. We've got friends who have a farm down there. We go into their holiday cottage twice a year.
I've got a box, Kim, but I'm not opening it till Sunday, till my actual birthday.
So there we go.
Yes. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That got you an envelope. You can open that on your birthday. Inside the envelope is my visa bill.
That's a nice question. Good evening, Paul, Luke, and Tom. Have you ever had to end a message if the spirit wasn't pleasant and affected your energy negatively, please? Or do your guides prevent them from getting to that stage? Well, the one that I know of, he cuts them off. So he grabs hold of them by the scruff of the neck and he carries them off, literally carries them off into the light. But I like him like that. At least I want to clear his houses and whatever as well. Which I've been asked if I'll do another one now. Somebody came up to me last night and said, I need help. It's doing me head in. 3 o'clock every morning. They're frightening me. So
Right. Well,
understand
if you see how some of the spirits in Ghost Whisperer appear, and they appear about 90% of the time on that show, they appear as though they are solid individuals. Well, that's how I see them. Sometimes they're hovering above the bed. Sometimes if I was in the bath, which I don't have one here though, but if I was in the bath at my old house, they'd be floating above the bath, looking down at me. So yeah, I would say Ghost Whisperer is, from my perspective, very, very close to the real thing.
Oh, it's done by what's his name, isn't it?
Sorry?
It's written by what's his name, isn't it? I can't remember.
Yeah, James Van Praagh. Yeah, so it's the closest thing I've ever seen TV show-wise about that type of subject. That is as near as damn exactly how I see it.
And we actually met Jennifer Love Hewitt, didn't we?
Yes, and she's a lovely lady.
Yeah, when we went to see James Van Praagh and Tony Stockwell live.
Got a peck on the cheek from her.
Yeah, Jennifer Love Hewitt was actually in the audience as well. Such a lovely lady. She's completely different to what she is like on the TV. You know, she don't give a monkey's what she talks about. You know, she's so common. It is nice to actually meet someone who is
common, dear boy. We don't say common. We say one is a nice person. We don't say one is common.
Oh, you're going to Cardigan in Wales in mid-September. Oh.
Well, around about November time, I'll be going to Jumper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very down to earth.
Oh, I've got a card.
I get funny feelings when on my own is that spirit. Elizabeth Ann Russell, we don't want to know about your personal life. Just keep it clean, please. Questions only. Well, hello, Tracy Connolly Smith.
With that, I feel that, yes, Spirit are trying to get your attention a bit more, because I know that you was questioning a lot of things going back a while ago, and this is actually started to get even more deeper, if I would say that, with Spirit, and Spirit are actually making themselves more known. Would you agree with that, Daddy Tom?
Yeah. Tracy Connolly Smith, are you a grandmother? Everyone does, Marianne. Right. So can we officially call you Granny Smith then? You
Oh.
See, I've been missed, you see, I've been missed.
Yes. That was good. I've got to say, that was good.
None of us are grandmothers. We are all in our 20s. I think, Kim, you need to look in the mirror again, my dear. There you go. See, Tracy's allowed me to call her Granny Smith.
Mm-hmm. Does she come in a pack of 6?
Okay, last question. Can you learn how to do this, or do you have to be born with it? Everyone's born with it, Roy. Your spirit within. Spirit will communicate with spirit. Thank you, Tracy. I'm a grandfather. Yes, I am a grandfather.
So Roy is going to become a fully fledged medium. Or a large.
Well, it's like me. I'm extra large these days.
Hi, Jeannie. How are you doing, my lovely?
I'm down to trouser size, so I'm doing well.
Good. Keep it up.
I had double helpers of porridge this morning.
Oh, that's ruined that then.
It's good. Oh, it was nice, though. It was nice. Got the old pan out, did it in a pan. It was nice. I slapped some honey on it as well, so honey's good for you as well. So
you made it up with double cream.
I am hearing people calling my name more frequently lately. I know they are trying to get my attention. I'm not getting the messages they need to say. Just hear them calling my name. Need to calm my chattering mind as it's driving me crackers. Well, Dave, you just answered your own question, haven't you?
Yeah, that'll be the bailiffs.
Good to hear. We'll be round by your way early hours Monday morning. We're going to Glasgow Airport.
Might bang on your door for a coffee.
Yeah, we may bang on your door for coffee.
Is that good night, Uncle Tom? Is that the one you're about, Tracy?
If it's not Uncle Tom's cabin.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Or is it good night, Mr. Tom, or something? It's something like that, isn't it?
Cannot calm it down, though. Any idea how to do
John Thorpe. That's John Thorpe played his part. I have seen it. Yeah, very good film actually. About a little lad that gets evacuated.
Tom's school days or something.
Eh?
Uncle Tom's school days.
Tom Brown.
Oh, Tom Brown's school days.
No, she was on about good night, Mr. Tom, or good night.
It'll be a pleasure. You'll probably be in the land of Nod when we are round by your way, Jeannie, because we're
music
there
blaring.
about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Have the music blaring in the cars you gone past. Honk the horn as well.
That's a good idea.
That's what I've said, Jeannie. It was John Thorpe.
Yeah, Samantha saying, cannot calm it down though. Any idea how to do it, please?
Well, you could be strong and just say, hey, come on, back off. I don't need this at the present time. I've got enough on my plate as it is. You get strong with them, get stroppy with them. They'll start get the message.
But don't do what some people do and shout at them.
Oh, I do that as well.
Yeah, but they're shouting and they're shouting.
Well, yeah, well, I do that as well.
This is quite a good one, actually. I don't think they don't look at the body, they just look at the soul. So they don't see an actual human body. They actually just see the soul. Am I correct there?
Unless they stick the loofah somewhere they shouldn't, then you're correct, son.
Yes.
I shall ask them, Mary, to pay a visit. I've got one particular guiding question that I could have come and pay you a visit. And you could let me know all the details, warts and all.
And Tracy, it wouldn't be nothing they ain't seen before.
Yeah.
Right, shall we start then?
If you want to start, son, start away. He's keen tonight, isn't he, Luke? Hey, he's keen tonight.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just asking because then there's not many questions coming up. So,
But it's not spirit causing the chattering mind. I have too much going on in normal life to be able to help them. I've not been able to meditate as I used to before. Well, that's what I said. Clear your head. Just tell them to go forth. Tell them to go forth. They will respect you. You've got to be strong.
Tell them to go away and go and see Daddy Tom.
Yeah, I can ask somebody to pay you a visit if you want, Samantha. Clear the decks, so to speak. It's a pleasure, Samantha.
you can, Tracy. You can.
And yes, meditation does help you connect.
Can I answer your question, Tracy, with a question? Do you often talk to yourself, Tracy? Serious question. Do you often talk to yourself? Okay, so if you're talking to yourself, you're talking to spirit within. So you're talking to spirit. Ooh, that's deep. That's deep, isn't it? That's deep. See?
That's the
It's surprising.
That's the 3 men in white coats coming.
Yeah, it's surprising. It really is.
2 to hold you down and 1 to drive the van.
I do always say I get the right answer. Oh, God. Who are you asking that to, Ollie? Oh, all of us. Oh, there we go.
Right.
Yes, mine was when I was 15. at the boarding school. I just lost my nan on the 5th of August. Went back to school in September, and the first day back, I was at boarding school. My grandmother actually came through and just told me that she's going to be with me and I'll do well, which I did. I ended up passing all my exams and everything. So going from one extreme to another, I did in just that night.
Well, I went from a naughty boy to a good boy.
Yeah,
Right.
basically.
Well, that's it.
See, Nanny was watching you.
Mm.
See, making sure you're being a good boy.
Well, he hadn't been up till then.
Yeah, there we go.
No,
Yeah.
he had the nickname of the little shit. Didn't you, dear?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, all right. Are you going to answer, Daddy Tom?
Mine's the same as Luke's, actually, about the same time, same age.
Yeah, about 3.5, 4.
Hmm.
When
Majorly turned the corner at around about 5 years of age. That's when people, when you're playing with them, and people can't see them.
yeah, it's hilarious.
When you're throwing a ball and they catch it and throw it back, and people look aghast at you as if to say, "Get him out the way, mate." Off to stay with my mum for weekend. Oh, well, there we go then, Tracy. Enjoy your weekend.
Mm.
Don't think about us. It's not a problem. If you've got to go, you've got to go. I mean, you know, family's got to come first and all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't mind, Dad. We'll just pass the time till you get here.
Yeah.
There's one from Elizabeth.
When I was nursing, I always felt someone was with me, more so when someone was near death. Yeah, that's natural, Elizabeth. That's natural.
Ashley won't even listen to her favourite song anymore since that spirit that was here scared her.
Well, there we go.
Hmm.
Now you say, Tanya, Ashley could have said that instead of you.
But Ashley's not on tonight.
Not the point.
Yeah. All right. So Ali's just put, and did you actually realise what was happening? That sounds daft. Let me rephrase. Did you acknowledge it was a spirit? With me, Ali, I'd have to say yes, I did realise because my nan had passed only a couple of weeks earlier. So yeah, I did realise that it was a spirit. I didn't know how to deal with it.
I was basically, I could see them in 3-dimensional form straight away. So yeah, they've always been there.
Oh, she's 5, Tom.
And she can still ask a question. I mean, blimey, cat hasn't got a tongue and all that business. Has she? Hey, no, come on. Surely she asked for sweeties and that. She asked for something to eat and what have you.
And I was seeing in 3 dimensions as well. So as far as I was concerned, they were just as solid as I was. Into the point where they felt solid, and the only difference was he had a goldeny yellow outline, but the rest of them were solid. So that was the only reason I knew he was spirit.
No, Tracy, spirit don't wear all white.
Well, definitely not.
All shapes and sizes, all colours under the
They
rainbow.
don't come in rattling chains either. And they don't come in giving it ooh.
Listen to language there, Tanya. The very second, Samantha, the very second the lady passed away, she came through to me.
But then, correct me if I'm wrong, haven't you had someone who's actually near passing come through to you, like in a coma or something?
Both, yeah.
Yeah.
Both. Yeah, I've even spoken to a child in the mother's womb, if that makes sense. I had a conversation with the child in the mother's womb. So the very second, literally the very second this lady passed away, she came in, she talked about her funeral. This was on the Tuesday. She talked about her funeral on the Friday, talked about everything that was going to happen at her funeral on Friday, and it all happened. Yeah. The very second she passed away.
All right.
And
Yeah, that's definitely, Jeannie, white coat material, 3 men in white coats, 2 to hold you down, 1 to drive the van away. And I would say Bellsdyke, but they've closed that now, so it's now Larbert Hospital.
No, not necessarily because of
some do. Because you describe what they wear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but not all of them.
Look what they wear and all the details, you know what I mean?
Mm.
And regarding your spirit guides, how do you identify that's what they are often? How do you identify that's what they are other than just spirit wanting to relay a message? Do they just tell you that they are your guides? You have a lot of conversations with guides, Ollie, a lot of conversations. And you get to know them just as much as you get to know your inner self. And that is how you differentiate between the two. And it's nice. It's nice when you have a conversation with them because it cements that link, you know, so that you have that element of trust within, so that you know exactly who's coming in when and what and how and all the rest of it. It's getting to know them, basically.
I have a what you call a Bow Street runner guide, and he and I used to do night shift patrols together, and it used to be hilarious because he'd look over at some people and say, "That wants nicking, that wants nicking, that one's about to break into a house, that wants nicking."
Have you always had the same guides, or have they changed as you aged? No, still all the same guides.
But you do get new ones come in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You get new ones coming in all the time, and they walk the same pathway with you, basically.
Yeah. You can get to the stage where you need a 76-seater luxury coach to take them all round with you.
This is something what caused quite a few problems with Luke at a certain church.
Does your guide relay the message or the spirit coming forward? Well, 9 times out of 10, it's the spirit coming forward, because mine changed from where it used to be sort of he's saying or she's saying to it becomes a conversation, which is weird, but it becomes a conversation. And basically, it's like you're having a conversation with your loved one who's in the spirit world. So, yeah.
Sometimes it's a mixture of both. I like this one, though.
Yeah. I like it as well. Next one up, buddy. Silly question, but how do they get how do they get their clothes from? Where do they get their clothes from?
Primark.
Primark.
Sainsbury's, Marks and Spencer's,
George.
Yeah.
What every woman wants. Burton.
But then put it this way, Tracy. Like with Luke's dad, he had a suit put on. They put a suit on him. With my mother, it was yellow. She actually bought the outfit for our wedding, which unfortunately she never came to. But that
So they shoplift. Oh, bless. The one before that, is it due to progression in your abilities that the guides change, please? Yes, very much so. Very much so. We progress, we move on as we all do, you know, at the end of the day. Morning, Carolyn.
Yeah, sometimes you get different guides for different
one for healing, one for mediumship,
one for tea, one for coffee, one for slapping,
one for a wee drinky,
one for haunting.
Yeah. You dialed 1-4. You press 2-4.
Yeah. People will appear in physical form, dressed, and in the age bracket that would reflect a memory in certain individuals. So although your gran was 91 when she passed, and she might have been dressed in, I don't know, say, for argument's sake, a bridesmaid gown. If someone had a memory of her at 26 wearing a cocktail dress, and she appeared wearing the cocktail dress, that person would know straight away who it was, because they'll remember the photograph of all three of them huddled together out on the night on the Raz and dressed in cocktail dresses, because it's a memory link. So it's just a way of validating one's identity.
Some can also, when they go into the spirit world, they can go back to a time as we would know it, when they were at their happiest, and they come to that sort of age, you know, and that sort of style of dress and all the rest of it. So they can go back, if you like, in time as we know it, to that particular age where they were at their best, you know, where they were in their euphoria moment in life, you know.
Yeah, then you never seen the photo before the dream, but somebody else knew about the existence of the photograph.
So they get older in spirit. No, they don't, Tracy. Like I've just said, they can go back in time as we know it to a younger self. And some of them are quite happy to do that, because it was at that point in their life where they felt their happiest, they felt their most euphoric moment in life in this world. So they can go back, you know.
Oh, I.
I'd never seen the photo before the dream, though. You don't have to. She's just coming in at one of those happy moments. At first, how did you call your spirit guide and recognize them? That's a good question.
Carolyn, I've still got your wax cards here.
The spirit guides made themselves known to me.
And me.
And it wasn't a case of the way, how do you do? I am your, and this is, and he is your, and this is, and she is your. It was a case of they all turned up at once and just said who they were.
Yes, Mary. Yes, Mary. Just
with me, my first one was that army officer in his full regalia. That was my first guide I actually saw.
And for the first 3 months, you were doing square bashing with them.
Absolutely. Parents kept asking me what I was looking at, but I couldn't say it, could I? I'd have probably had a good hiding, so.
They could have answered, I'm looking at the magnificence in the texture and technique of the painting of this patch of wall.
Or, that's another good one, Mary. So if baby dies before they reach earth plane, do they grow in spirit? They can do, or they can wait until you return to spirit and you can go to the age where you had that child and you can then form a life and go forward in spirit world.
Mm-hmm.
Some do, some don't, Samantha. Carol has put, sorry, I will send.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I know what she's on about.
Okie dokies.
Right. Can you come back in a different timeline, like before the time we know it now? What do you mean? Can we go back in time, as in time travel? Well, if I understand what you're on about, you've had numerous past lives before this one. So if you went under regression into your past life, then you would be able to recall all, or as near as than all, of your past life incidents, depending on how far back you go into your inner memories. But in regards to time travel, if you were in spirit, then you could go where you want, when you want, and how you want.
Or in posh term would be in your inner sanctum, old boy.
Yeah.
Okay, is there any reason why they would not, please? Assuming that the child in the spirit world wants to have that time with the mother, so they will, they put a hold on. Well, there's no such thing as time over there, so I don't know why I'm even talking about time. Do they come and get you when your time's up? Of course they do.
Yes.
Of course
3
they
men
do.
with white coats and a set of handcuffs.
Of course it makes sense, Samantha. Goodness sakes. You're talking to the wizened old owl now.
Yeah, them 3 men in white coats are very busy.
Yeah. I once went to hospital. I had to go and see, which reminds me, I've got to go and see another one of them next week. Psychoanalyst. And he said to me, he says, so, do you talk to dead people? So I says, no. Then who do you talk to? I says, spirit. Then you talk to dead people? I says, no. They're very much alive. There's no such thing as death. Why would I want to try and see if I could talk to dead people when there's no such thing as death? Then I started confusing him with science, basically, and he gave up in the end.
So much for an educated idiot.
Yeah. I've got to go and see a professor next week.
Would that
He's going with me, though. Mumsy is going with me, though.
You're going to see the Professor T-File.
Yeah. It's it's psychoanalyst for the heart condition, mate. So I think it's next week. Yeah, I think it's Tuesday. I think it's next Tuesday. Mumsy said to me, "Don't mention you talk to people over the other side." This is why it spoils the fun. Spoils the fun.
Does she think you're going to get one of these little padded rooms all to yourself?
Yes, Mary, he's given up. He's wandered off. He's left us alone. I worry when our son leaves us alone.
Yes, he's had to go and visit the little boy's room.
Come on, the big boys' room, please.
Well, he was hoping there'd be some big boys there.
Give the professor a message.
Yeah.
Samantha, I've even thought about that. Yeah.
It's not always a good idea to give the professor a message.
No.
You might tick the wrong box on the piece of paper and you might find yourself locked up for 20 years in some psychiatric wing.
Absolutely. And there's a heck of a lot of people in those wings over the years that it was just purely spirit. To be fair, not everyone understands the concept. We are told from an early age that we are born, we grow, and we die. But that is only the physicality that is discussed. No one really discusses the spiritual side of things, except for the likes of us, of course. Of course, Ali, of course. That's a sensible thing to say.
Yeah, unless you get involved with the holy molies, and they'll try and tell you about fire and brimstone and all the rest of it that goes with it, which is a complete load of codswaddle, because it's all man-made, infringed rules that do not bear any resemblance to the original concept.
Yeah. I actually gave a doctor healing one day. She came to see me. No, she came to see me because I was bedridden. I literally, my back went and I was paralyzed from the waist down, literally gone. And she came, and while she was waiting for this surgeon to call up from home to see if they could admit me in the hospital, we got talking, and she said she'd had problems with the sinus all day, and she was in agony, bless her. So I said, "Oh, come here then," and I put my index finger on her brow, just on the point where the sinus is, and she said, "Oh my God, it's clear." And so I said, "Well," I said, I'll say to you what most doctors tend to say. If it's no better tomorrow, come back and see me.
That's so true, though.
She went to do doctoring in Australia. She did. She's a lovely lady. She was. She was all for healing being a part of the NHS. All for that after that session. She really was. I know our son saw spirits when he was little, but he told our doctor, and she wanted to send him, wanted to send him to a psychotherapist, and we refused to allow it. Doesn't make any difference. Doesn't make any difference.
Very true.
I have to send low lost energy, vibrational frequency soul to the light last night. Very draining. I think that must be I had to send low lost energy. Where's it gone? Next one up, buddy. It's the next one up. I have to send low lost energy, vibrational frequency soul to the light last night. Very draining. It shouldn't have been, Carolyn. Shouldn't have been at all. I send them up there every day. It's not. You're obviously not using the correct energies. And they're not lost anyhow. They tend to just have a wander. They tend to they want to stay in this world, you know. So, and you know, it's when you get a low energy vibrational frequency, it just means the soul's confused within.
Wow. Fabulous.
I rang doctor for my son 2 days ago for his back. Still waiting for them to ring back. Waste of space. Oh, bless. Tracy, send me all his details. What the point is on his back, and I'll send him some healing. Those who wander are not lost, are not always lost. Thank you, Ollie. Just said that, me dear. Great minds think alike and all that business. It's the fear of the unknown, Tracy. It's not the fear of dying. It's the fear of the unknown. Because a lot of people think that death is the final act when it's not.
Because so many people convince them you're either going to go to heaven or hell. So if you haven't had your last rites, you're screwed. And if you haven't been forgiven, you're going to hell.
Did I tell you about that girl where they asked me to do some healing on her? She was 23. They had 4 kids, and she was in a coma. And the priest was going to do the last rites on her at 7 o'clock on the night time. Did I ever tell you about that one?
I don't think so, no.
Well, this guy came to see me, and he said, "Oh, he says, I understand you do this healing thing, Tom." I said, "Right, yeah." So he says, "Well," he says, "my mate's wife, who's 23, she's lying in a hospital bed. She's in a coma. She basically, they're saying that's it. You know, they've got 4 kids. Is there anything you can do for her?" I said, "Well, yeah." She's given me the details. So he gave me all the details of where she was, the hospital she was. And so I said, I'd be there at 7 o'clock at the same time as the priest was going to be there doing the last rites. So I literally went out the body, and while I was doing that healing one night, my guides were there around the bed, and we were working on it, giving her healing and what have you. I could actually see the priest there giving her the last rites. And we actually saw her. She sat bolt upright. And it was about 2-3 months later, the guy came back and he says, "Oh," she says, how's your friend and his wife and that?" He says, "I don't know what the hell you did. I really don't know what the hell you did." He says, the priest was giving her the last rites, 7 o'clock on the night time. And she sat bolt upright and looked around and said, "What am I doing here?" And then she turned and said, "I'm hungry. Have we got anything to eat?" A week later, they were on holiday in Bulgaria.
Wow.
She was given last rites. Oh, God.
That would go down in the canals of the Vatican as a confirmed miracle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I do indeed, Samantha. I do indeed. Thick it's you think it's sciatica. If I've spent it right. You're spelling it all over the place, Tracy. Something kicked off with the priest, Mary. Something did kick off with the priest, apparently, because all the family were there, and he was there as well with his missus. They were all sort of there for that last moment, if you like. Oh, God. Ron, if the soul feels dark, are they lost? Who's Ron? Huh? Who's Ron? Is she asking somebody a question that's not there that I can't say? Sorry, Tom.
I don't see anyone called Ron on there.
Oh, that's me. I'm running now, apparently. Tom, if the soul feels dark, are they lost? No, not at all. They know where they are. They know what they're doing. I've fractured my coccyx bone. Would love some healing, please. Of course, Carly. Not a problem. Send me a PM and we'll do some healing over PM for you.
And Tanya's gone off to do her medicine deliveries.
Oh, okay.
Right. Well, there's some interesting questions around here. Very interesting.
Why are you afraid of dying, Tracy? Like I said, it tends to be the fear of the unknown, you know. And because we don't get to know until the actual moment that we do pass away, because there's no such thing as death, so you can't even call it dying, you know. The soul goes on. The soul lives on, you know. You've got all your faculties, everything's all there. Even those who have had amputations, suddenly they've got their legs back or their arms back, whichever's been amputated, or their head or whatever. Yeah. Don't know just how. Oh, bless you, Tracy. I will send you some thoughts, Tracy.
Just treat it like moving out, except you don't have to get the removal man.
Yeah. Just think of it as you don't have to pay any more bills.
And you won't be subject to the tax rises.
Yeah. You won't need your winter fuel allowance either, so there you go.
Yeah, and you won't need to worry about the bailiffs.
Oh.
And no more BBC repeat.
No, there's you don't need to. You don't need to eat, Tracy. You're sustained by your energy. Mary said, "Thank goodness for that." LOL.
And you won't have to worry about trains being on strike again.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, Carly. Where do you live, Carly? Carly Lou? You don't mind me asking?
Yes, Tracy, you'll lose weight.
If you want, I've seen people come through and they said, "Hey, God, I lost so much weight before I passed away. I put it all on. I feel great."
She's from Portsmouth.
All right, okay. Not too far to go wandering then in the night. Do you think poltergeists are mischievous spirits or just energies that we emit? Mischievous spirits. Both differ there then. Mischievous spirits, basically, that are energy form. Put it that way.
Yeah. They're just out to make a mess. Oh, Mary, really, really, really.
You had to lower the tone, Mary, didn't you?
We were keeping it so clean as well.
But if I can answer this, if I'm correct, there's no sex up in spirit. In other words, what I mean, there's no male, female, or anything like that.
Oh, you're digging yourself a grave there, pal. Ooh, you'll have to explain yourself now.
Why?
Well,
it's because, like, as what has been said previously.
You're struggling now, aren't you? You're struggling now.
No, I'm not.
You are. You're struggling now. Tom, where's the daddy bit gone?
I didn't even say Tom. I did not say Tom.
I'm winding you up, pal. Doing a good job of it as well by looking at your face.
No, it's just what I've been taught and how.
Oh, but there's no. What do you mean? There's no sex?
Because, like, when they come back, they could come back as, like, say they were a bloke. They could come back as someone's sister. They could come back as, you know. They can choose what they come back as.
Yeah, but the question was
obviously there's no male or female up there.
No, the question was, do they have sex in spirit?
Is there any rumpy-pumpy going on?
Well, no, there wouldn't be because there's no sex up, no gender up there.
If there's no gender up there, how is it when you bring someone through, it's either a male or a female?
Because that's how they come across, because how they were down here.
So therefore they can show themselves as a male or a female.
Okay. Yeah, no worries.
You know what I mean?
The question was, is there any acts of sexual contact in spirit?
Correct.
So the lady wants to know if there's any rumpy-pumpy going on up there.
Exactly, yes. And somebody else has put why. When you said there wasn't, Tracy Connolly-Smith put in capital letters, why? She's feeling cheated. She's feeling cheated, mate.
Oh dear. She's not getting her head around the fact that your spirit is energy. And there's no need to propagate in the world of spirit. That's just one of those things you have to put up with when you come back.
And yet people talk about spirit children as well. So where do they come from? Oh my God, wow, there should be, as there is no time limit.
Oh, right. Well, we know what goes on in your house.
Went through my mind, that Sam. Went through my mind. Sam, why am I going to call you Sam? Why am I going to call you Sam? Oh, God.
Tracy Connolly-Smith. I don't understand. Okay, Tracy. Here's a simplistic answer. Okay. When your spirit leaves the body and returns to the world of spirit, you are no longer in a physical body. You exist as energy, which is the real you, the spirit. The spirit doesn't need to do any rumpy-pumpy in the world of spirit. Because in the world of spirit, you exist as energy, and each individual energy recognizes the other energy as to who they are. Okay? You don't need names in the world of spirit, because the world of spirit, you recognize each other by your energy signatures and not by your face or your physical body. So there is no need for any rumpy-pumpy. However, when you come to pass on a message, and you come forward to pass on a message, you materialize in the form, using your energy, into a form that is recognizable by those in the physical realm who still inherit bodies and will remember your appearance when you had a body. So when someone steps into my body and I say, I've got a male energy here, that is because the signature the person takes onto me is masculine, and if it's a female, they put on a female energy on me, so I know it's a female. And if they materialize so I can see them, they'll either materialize as a bloke or a woman, a boy or a girl, because that's how we recognize them, and that's how you remember them.
You're not seeing these posts, mate. Tracy Collins definitely upset in capital letters. Why I need sex.
Well, all I've said, Tracy, is get as much of it in as you can before you pop your clogs, darling.
And then you got Sam saying, that's a shame. Really, you could have so much fun up there.
Yeah. So, that's the long and the short of it.
Yeah. Or the wide and the thin of it.
Have you spoken to spirits who have incarnated onto other planets? Yes. I have once or twice. And
Gee.
they have the same issues as you have in your own planet, in your own world here. Exactly the same.
Janie's put, can you come back as a dog?
If you want to, I suppose.
Yeah.
You can choose what you come back as. If you want to come back as a slug and have slug pellets thrown at you, I'm sure that would be permissible.
Mary's put, mine keep passing. I can go out at my age and get sex.
Well, you'd be surprised what goes on in nursing homes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We don't need to go out.
When I hear someone speak to me in either from standing in front of me at me or from inside here, I hear it all in my own native tongue. Some spirits, as in spirit guides, might start off speaking a foreign lingo, but as soon as the connection is finely tuned, it all comes out in my native tongue. So if you're Japanese, you'll hear the spirit message in Japanese. If you're Chinese, you'll hear it in Chinese. If you're English, you'll hear it in English. That doesn't matter what the native language of the person giving you the message was, you will hear it in your own tongue.
Yeah. Eileen.
However, if you are fluent in the language which that spirit speaks, they may well use that language to communicate with you in. But predominantly, supposing the person is speaking to you Russian, you will hear it in your ears or in your mind as English.
It's like, I remember that guy that came through one night when I was in Whitney in Oxfordshire, and that Russian spy, and he started off in Russian. I said, you'll have to not speak in English, mate. And he did, but yeah, he was so used to having these different sort of things going on in his life, I'm not dying if you can't have sex.
Just do what I do, Tracy. Just regenerate.
Oh my God. Oh God. Oh, I mean, how long are you proposing to live in this world then, Tracy? Good question.
Unless Tracy's going to say, come out with
left hand.
I can just imagine what Tracy's thinking. She's thinking, I'm a Time Lord from the planet Gallifrey in the constellation of Castaboris. I am 960 years old, and I've come to get my nookies in this life or the next.
Well, she's now telling us she can't use her left hand, so she can't have problems.
You only need one hand.
Oh God. My hubby is wondering what I am laughing at.
Samantha, just tell him you've got a sex mad spirit communicating with you.
Who loaded this ton? Oh, that was Mary Freeman, wasn't it?
It certainly was Mary Freeman.
Yeah. Where's Son gone? What's he doing?
He's having a sip of his Coke and laughing away at the comments. So I'll have to put a little note next to Mary Freeman's name.
Marianne saying yes, we can all get in the TARDIS.
Right. So Mary, next to your name, I'm going to put nymphomaniac.
Jeannie's put Mary Whitehouse. Mary Whitehorse. I think she means Mary Whitehorse. Yeah. Naughty girl, definitely naughty girl. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, look what Tracy's saying. You need sex all the time.
She's going to be in for a bit of a shock.
Yeah. They're going to lock you in the no sex quarter of heaven.
Have you ever listened to oh God, what Harry's Game? I think it's Harry's Game.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is
maybe.
so funny. That is so funny. It was a radio show, you know. It was all about the devil and what have you. And he had all these different quarters as to, you know, who was in what and in which pit and in doom and gloom and all the rest of it. Oh, I'm sure it's called Harry's Game. You'll have to look for it on YouTube. It's hilarious, absolutely hilarious.
I've listened to the Archers before. They ain't got no time for nookies because they're too busy farming.
You see what Tracy's put now? I take a cucumber with me then. So when they're laying her out in the coffin, when they're laying Tracy out in the coffin, and the undertaker says, "Why is she taking a cucumber in the coffin with her?" Oh God!
The answer will be the lady has issues to sort out on the way there.
Oh my God! Well, it's certainly different, isn't it? Eh? It's certainly different.
Yeah. I can just imagine what your loved ones in spirit are thinking of you.
Mary's asking her large or small, and she's saying extra large.
That must be a lot of tuna and cucumber sandwiches they'll be making up there.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it's got the pips in it still.
Thank you, Dan.
Know what I mean?
I want cauliflower. I daren't ask what on earth you want a cauliflower for.
Oh. A cauliflower? Well,
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
I'm not even going to go.
The poor undertaker will be thinking he's dealing with a greengrocer's daughter's funeral.
So she wants a cauliflower instead of flowers. Hi, Wendy. So you want a cauliflower instead of flowers? Okay, well, it's a bit different. It's a bit different. So Tracy's saying, I want you all to come to my funeral.
Mm.
Where are you at then, Tracy? I do take funerals as well.
And Mary saying, bring a cucumber.
Yeah. And then Tracy's saying, with a cucumber.
I'll bring a tin of tuna.
Can you get tin cucumber? I do indeed, Mary, yes.
Keithley.
That's Yorkshire, isn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
Up in Yorkshire or down in. So Wendy's saying now she'll bring tomatoes. I've got some red and yellow tomatoes on the patio.
I'll just bring a tin of tuna.
Yeah. Sardines.
Oh, they're a bit smelly, they can be.
Yeah. Don't want tuna, I'll be sick.
You won't be eating the tuna. But if you're a really naughty girl, I'll put a tray of tuna sandwiches in with you.
Yeah. And, you know, it's just, I mean, it's this concept that, you know, you're saying, well, I'll bring a tin of tuna. And she, well, I won't eat tuna. Is this the party before the funeral, or have we progressed to a party beforehand or something?
Sounds a bit like an Irish wake. Yeah, but beforehand.
Don't think Tracy will let go of the cucumber. No, she's decided she's going to keep hold of it.
Yeah. Well, there's more than one cucumber available.
She probably got that solid grip on the cucumber. You know what I mean?
Mm.
He's not having this. I'm taking it with me. You know, it's one of those situations, isn't it, with God, you know, when the will's been read out. You couldn't have the cucumber. She decided to take it with her.
They could prise it out of your fingers and replace it with the wet lettuce.
Oh, God. Yeah, you know what, you're all sitting around the table and the solicitor's there reading the will out, and everybody's looking at each other as if to say, who got the cucumber then? Who actually got the cucumber?
And that's the point when the Undertaker comes into the room. Would anyone like a tuna and cucumber sandwich?
Yes. Oh, God. How did we get onto this? That's that Mary Freeman, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, that Mary Freeman. That's why I put an asterisk next to her name, and I've put the nymphomaniac.
I leave it to you. Oh, Tracy's going to leave a cucumber to me. There you go.
Cucumbers go mushy after a few days.
Oh,
Well,
God.
you know.
You should feel ashamed of yourself, Mary Freeman. Never mind, can't stop laughing. You should feel ashamed of yourself.
All I can say to that, Samantha, is
conversation.
Most hard things like that do go mushy and soft after a while.
Yeah. Tracy Conley Smith, cucumber makes me dribble. I could do a dribble reading for her at the funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. And Mother could do a departing knicker read.
Yeah, absolutely. If she goes in one of those earthy cardboard box things, you could do a cardboard box read.
Yeah, and I could do Paul our last wax cards.
Yeah.
They'll be very dark and black.
You could do a great reading. Thank you, Mary. Full of cucumber knickers.
Oh.
Is that mushy cucumber knickers?
Yes, maybe they're made from cucumber skins. You know, they're organic.
Yeah. Come on, son, join in.
He's meditating now, ready for his spiritual reads.
Oh, okay. People, put your names up. Son's going to start doing the reads.
Just for the benefit of the audience, there will be no cucumbers involved in any of the messages tonight. Tracy is making sure she's got all of them. Right.
So Mary's put her name up as Nymph.
Yeah. Put your names up, please, if you don't want a reading.
We sort of figured that, Mary.
Yeah. Names up if you don't want to read, please.
Sam, they're laughing away. Tracy Cucumber Smith. Come on, Paul, you got to choose a name. Start your process.
I can tell you who not to go to. You don't go to that lady Mary.
Wendy Gilbert, can I come to you, please, lovey? Wendy Gilbert.
She's naming herself as the Nymph.
Yeah, that Mary lady.
She's
Hi,
there.
Wendy. As I'm drawing close to you, I'm feeling like I know you've lost 2 children, and I do feel they're actually coming close around you at the moment because there's been a lot of things going on and a lot of unanswered questions that are going on. But they're just letting you know that they are around you at the moment because there's just so many tears and thinking, what's next, who's next. And it's been really getting to you at the moment. Do you resonate with this, please, Wendy? Because of this lady, these two are just coming in specifically to be around you at the moment because they're just letting you know that they are sorry for what has gone on and how it's gone about. But they just want you to know that they are around you and they will never leave you, and they will, when your time is right, they will be meeting you, but not yet. You've still got plenty more living to do. This is what they're saying. And this is quite a difficult one because of that. What they're saying is there's work to be done about awareness of people that are going through things. And oh, bless you, Wendy, bless you. Yeah, but they are actually coming in around you just to let you know there is still work that need to be done and things, awareness, things need to carry on. If you can understand this. But I do feel that, like, that they're saying that you just want to go with them now, but they're trying to say no, there's things you've still got to do. They understand what has gone on and how things are, but they're just letting you know that they are around you to be with you because there's just so much going on around you, and they're saying, there's other people as well that you need to think of as well. Your daughter's coming in very, very strong at the moment, and she's actually got tears and just saying, I just wish my human body could actually be with you and around you. She said, my spiritual body will always be with you and that will never leave. But please just don't give up. I know you feel like giving up, but please don't. And this is what she's actually coming in to let you know. You don't need to give up yet. You've got other family members that still need you. But they will know and you will know when the right time is. But they're just saying, please don't give up yet. And I'm going to leave that with you and say, bless you, thank you. There could be quite a bit more, but it's not for public thing to be done. So I'm going to leave that with you, Wendy, and say, bless you, thank you. Bless you, Wendy. Yeah. So send love all up to Wendy, please. No problem. Mhm. He's disgusted. I don't understand what you're saying there, Jeannie.
Didn't have my mic on. Wendy, if you would like me to send you some healing and work on your lung, will you please send me the details in a message?
Sorry, that was for Paul when we asked where he was. I said he was disgusted.
Yeah. I'll go to Jeannie.
You want to have a go, Daddykins?
I'm waiting for Wendy to reply, mate.
Right.
You know if she's still there.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Well, send me a PM, Wendy. Tell me which hospital you're in, which ward you're on, probably oncology. Let me know which lung and what you want me to do. You want obviously you want energy, and that's because you're weak. Let's see if we can work on it for you, eh? That's if you're up for it, my dear. If you are up for it, then I'm more than happy to work on it for you. Must be a lot of lag, is there? Was oncology. JW Hospital. What's JW Hospital? Greater Western Hospital, is that? What is it?
Great Western.
I don't know, mate. What's the JW, Wendy? Great Western.
Great Western.
Where's that at?
I'm sure there's one in Glasgow called that.
Left lung oncology. Swindon.
Ah.
Okay, Wendy. I'll start work tonight for you. You're on oncology ward. We'll probably pay you a visit through the night, basically, so that we can get a good start on you. We want to build your energies up as well, and we'll focus on the left lung. Top, bottom, middle, all over. If you send me all the details in a PM, okay, as much detail as you can, and then I'll work on it. And I'll get a clarity of an image of a picture of your lung, then basically, okay. People, put your names up. Let's see where we're going here.
Yeah. Names up if you don't want a reading.
I've got a feeling I'm going to go to Cucumber Woman.
Well, that just created a whole roar of laughter behind me as soon as you said that.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to go to Tracy Conley Smith, the Cucumber Woman, because I've got a gentleman here that's laughing his head off here. A like real character, eh?
You want some tuna with that?
Yeah, he's a real character, and I want to say this guy was fun from morning through till night. This guy just wouldn't give up the laughter side of things, because as far as he was concerned, he just loved the idea of people having fun. And he's laughing his head off. He says, of all the things she had to talk about, of all the things, dear God, she's letting the side down, tell her. She's letting the side down. And, the one thing about him was he was always a joker, You're too late, Tracy. You'd already mentioned it. He was watching you. And the one thing about him is you could never know if he was being serious or having fun, because times he put that deadpan look on his face, and he quite simply wind people up as much as possible, and he didn't care one way or the other. As far as he was concerned, life's about living, girl. It's about living. It's not about worrying whether or not you're going to be able to take a cucumber with you to this side of life. If you do, make sure you bring some bread and that as well, will you? I really do like this guy. I really do like this guy, Tracy, because he's got that glee in his eye, and it's like he's making me very aware of being, how to put this, very aware of this situation whereby people would look in his eyes and they could see the love, but they could also see the laughter, and it's like he's so full of energy, and his way was infectious, wasn't it? It was infectious because he knew exactly what to say, when to say it. His timing was absolutely perfect, to a point of whereby, he could think of something, bang, it's there in his head, and he's saying she's in need of this laughter, she's in need of this fun, she's one of these people where she allows things to get on top of her. She allows the heaviness to come around her to a point of whereby she dwells on it within herself. And the more he sees that, the more he's aware that you need that upliftment to the point of whereby you can let things go, And it's like the more I sort of see that, the more he's making me very, very aware of wanting to uplift you and sort of situation out at this moment in time around yourself, okay? And he's saying to me, he says, the trouble is she gets herself too involved at times with other people's worries and other people's problems. And she then carries them with her, There's a lady coming in here now as well, and she's disgusted at the fact of a cucumber. This lady is old-fashioned. She had a lot of health problems before she passed away, and she's making me very aware of being quite a strong character, and I mean inner strength, not just the outer strength, the inner strength. So I know this lady would have put up with a lot in life. I can see hardships. I can see family struggles there as well. And I can see whereby she's, it's like she's got her hair, it's keep coming down. So she's using her hand to sort of wipe it away from her brow like this. And as she does that, it's coming back down here. So she's doing this again. And she's telling me here about the needed times for you to let some of the past go that's gone on around you. She's saying it's a fine thing for me to say because, there was a lot of things went on in my past that I never ever sort of let go of, and I never really talked about them because at the end of the day, I was very much a person of privacy. I didn't want people knowing about my business, about what was going on and what have you within my life, This lady would be dedicated to her family, but I do feel as well, she would have robbed Peter to pay Paul. I know it's an old saying, but she would have robbed Peter to pay Paul. Purely and simply, she'd move the money around a little bit so that she could get what she needed out of life for the family and what have you as well, you know. As she draws even closer, I'm watching her place a hand on your face, and she's giving you this gentle touch, and she talks about how sometimes you feel a gentle touch on the side of your face, you know. It's like a little wispy feeling that comes on the cheek area. And as she's doing that, she's telling me here very strongly that it's to help to soothe you within, okay? Because you need to be soothed within your soul, Tracy. Your soul tends to be all over the place at the minute. It really does. I've got a gentleman also coming forward now, though, who's making me aware that he loved old-fashioned bellows cameras because he's looking at my cameras up on the shelf there, and he's got his particular eye on the one in the middle, in the center, and that's a penguin camera. And as he's looking at that, he's making me very aware that he'd love to take that to spirit. I'm saying, you're leaving that on the shelf there, pal. You ain't taking that anywhere. But he's laughing about it, you know. And it's like the more I'm seeing that, the more he's telling me here that it's like he's aware of the old-fashioned days of photography. What's my dad wearing? Well, it's weird because I wanted to say he was wearing a policeman's uniform, but he's laughing about it. And I'm saying, you know, the old-fashioned laughing policeman that you used to get in these like arcade places and what have you. He's shown me that, you know, and somebody would have freaked out seeing that sort of thing. And no, I didn't like it in my time when I was little. But it's like he's telling me here that you must allow yourself to have some time out. Okay, Tracy? Have some time out. Allow yourself to have peace of mind because you need it, girl. You need it in a big way. And I'm going to leave you with that today. People, put your names up for Luke, the one and only.
Yeah, name's up if you definitely don't want to read.
I will have two mums. Okie dokes. It's a pleasure.
But all these people that put the names up don't want reads.
Oh, thank you, Mary. Time out of two mums.
I'm feeling drawn to Mary Nymphomaniac Freeman.
That's weird. I was going to go on there next as well.
Oh, I see.
No, fine. You go on there now, so there's no problem.
Tonka poking me in the side said, "Oh, you got to go to her. You got to go to her." And I'm thinking, why? Anyway, I've been given an image, Mary, in my mind that well, I'm quite lost. I haven't got my crystal ball, but never mind. And what I'm seeing is I'm seeing you in like an old grocer's shop, and you're by the fruit and veg section, and you're eyeing up various loose vegetables, you know, like they used to put them in brown paper bags when you wanted them and weigh them out like potatoes and tomatoes and so on. And you're stood there and you're eyeing up various loose vegetables, like turnips, swede, potatoes, carrots, that sort of thing. And as you're standing there looking at it, I have a gentleman that draws close in towards me. Now, I want to say this gentleman is dressed in what I would consider old-fashioned clothes because it's like a jacket and a pair of trousers that sort of match, but they were the working clothes for people of his era. And he's saying quite loudly, if anything, she can keep her hands off those cucumbers for a start. But he's saying that with a laugh in his ear because he's been very much around and listening in to the previous conversations about cauliflowers and cucumbers and various other bits and bobs that have been passed around in conversation. He does have a very, very, I'm going to say warped, not quite twisted, but definitely warped, dry sense of humor. And he's not shy to what I would, as to what he would consider, a double-edged joke. He's not shy of them. And he's heard quite a few, he's saying ones that would turn my hair grey. So that's like really, really, close to the nail ones. But he says that's the joy of life. Hang on, you've got to be a bit slower than that, man. He says, we all go through some really rough times, and the only way to get through it is to make an absolute joke of everything. Because that way we can laugh our way through the dark times. And as he draws close, he's making me aware of a condition of the chest, because I've got tightness in my chest, and I want to say it leaves me somewhat short of breath at times. There's no crushing pains, there's no stabbing pains or such like that. It's just a tightness that it could be due to a number of things. I'm not a doctor, but it could be smoking too much or exposure to dust, asbestos, or all that sort of thing, over the years, and it just makes your chest that little bit tighter and a little bit more breathless when you exert yourself. And it's but as he draws close to you, he wants to say that there is a lot of your sense of humor, okay, that you inherit from him. He's saying, I enjoyed a very close to the wind sense of humor that would turn people's hair white and ladies' toes would curl up in shock and horror. And that is what is being passed down to you. And there's good reason for it. Now, he's talking to me about having lived through extremely difficult times. And as he talks about that, he's showing me images in my mind of streets all around the country that have been cast into darkness. Whole streets and towns and villages in the pitch black. And he's also talking about workmen, as in various different industries, actually marching on the streets in protest. I'm seeing clippets of newspapers and this is from the early 70s. This is from the early 70s. If this makes sense to you, it's the early 70s I'm seeing images of, because I've just seen a copy of the Daily Record there, and it's very early in the 70s. It talks about a 3-day week. I'm seeing a 3-day week. And then he's going forward, and it's being shown piles of rubbish in the streets that hasn't been collected. And then he's showing me miners on a walkout. So he's talking about dark times. So he's giving me examples of dark times that he's lived through. And he said, those are the times where there was little to eat. Those were the times where the country was in dire straits. Those were the times where we had no money. Yet, the only thing that got us through those dark times as a family was our own sense of humor, that we could look at the situations and we could laugh at it and make jokes about it. For example, if you're in the pitch black, it don't matter if you haven't washed for a day or two, because nobody can see the dirt on your face. It's saying it doesn't matter if there's no power for the washing machine, because everybody else has not washed their clothes either, so we'll all smell the same and nobody will be left out. And it's saying if there's no bread on the table, that don't matter. Next door ain't got any otherwise. So if we swapped our butter for their bread, we might be able to make a sandwich between two families. So he's making a joke of everything. And he's saying that's how you get through the difficult times. He's also being a little bit sarcastic also now about our situation that we find ourselves in now. Because what he's talking about now is we've just had an election. And there was all these promises about how wonderful things we're going to get. It says, and now we're all going to be left in the brown and smelly at the end of October in a budget. So guess what's going to get us through that? A good laugh and a joke. Yeah, okay, Matt. So as I listen to him, there's so much of him in you and so much of you in him. And he draws close to recharge your batteries, to give you his sense of humor, his sarcastic way of looking at life as it throws itself up at us. And he wants to give you that strength and that energy of his to help you get through those times. Okay, yeah. He's saying laughter is a medicine to the soul. And the more you laugh, the greater the difference it makes in the energies and the vibrations around you. The more you laugh, the closer to the world of spirit you will be, because it will raise your vibrations up. And as your vibrations raise up, your communication with the world of spirit will become clear, as in crystal clear. You will see things with different eyes and you will hear things with different ears. And in turn, your walk with spirit will progress at a higher level. Laughter will chase away the negative energy. So when you feel like you want to shed tears of frustration, turn that smile the right way up. Trust in spirit and laugh away the negativity. And as he's drawing away, he's just looking at me and saying, why cucumbers instead of flowers? And he's leaving that with me. And I don't know what he means by why cucumbers instead of flowers, Mary. But he's looking at you with a very wry grin on his face and a twinkle in his eye, and if to say, she knows. She knows. And with that, I'm going to leave his love with you, Mary, and say, thank you very, very much. Bless you.
She's the cauliflower lady.
Yes. Yes. That's why I said, why cauliflower instead of flowers? Right.
People, put your names up. Paul, where you at?
He's rushing in at high speed.
Good.
The HST.
Right, Jeannie Badazzara, please. Is it okay to come to you?
We need to avoid that lady there. She's putting dirty signs up.
Right, Jeannie, as I'm drawing close to you, I keep on hearing, you're not listening, are you? You are not listening. I've got a gentleman actually coming in close, and he's just saying, you know, he told you this before. You've got to start listening to your own self, not to other people, because too many people have got the rabbit, but they never carry it on. But you take a lot of things to heart. You've got to start laughing and start turning around saying, what you're trying to do, it's not going to work, because it does feel like there's people that are trying to bring you down and really, really getting to you. But this gentleman's turning around saying, you are better than that. You know the truth, and you know the things that are happening. You do not need to listen to that idle gossip, the ones that are trying to cause all these problems for you. The problem is you are full of love and they don't like it. They are jealous, but they don't realize they could have the same sort of love as you give out if they only wanted to. But all they are doing is just trying to upset people so they get their kicks out of it. But they're saying you've actually got to start getting on and turn around and say, no, blow you. If you want to swear, even if you want to say something even worse, do it, but don't let them get to you anymore. You've got to start living and coming out with, you know, whoever you are. I don't care who you are, but you've got to start being yourself and showing people that it doesn't bother you. Like the old saying, sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt you. That is only names. If that's all they've got, then they've got a sad life. And this is what is actually, they are actually getting their kicks out of making people upset and causing problems. You don't need that. No one needs that. And the love that you share is unconditional, and they don't like it. But all he's saying, all you need to say is, well, I've got one thing you haven't got. I've got the love of spirit and the love of people from spirit all around me. What have you got? And see where it comes from there. And when you say that, they'll be, I won't know where to put their faces. And this is how you have to treat people like that. They thrive out of upsetting people, but you've got the better things. You've got the love of spirit and the love of people around you that do think a lot of you. Me and Luke, for one, think a lot of you, you know, and this is what you've got to carry on trying to do. Just be there and be happy with what is going on, and don't let the haters win. This gentleman's turned around saying, he always said that to you. You can't let the haters win. Yeah, it sure does. And they are just coming in with the love and peace for you. This gentleman is so much around you, and he never leaves your side, and you have actually seen him. So yeah, I'm going to leave that with you and say, Jeannie, you've got this. You have got this all the time. So I'm going to leave that love with you. And this gentleman, he speaks sense. And he's just turned around saying, you know, with the wink of the eye and a smile, you put everyone to shame. Right, yeah. It is just like the figure of speech, Jeannie, when you say like haters. Because the way I see it is, how can you be like that and not be like that, if you know what I mean? Yeah, so I'm going to leave that with you and say, bless you. Thank you. Yeah, we will do. So, and I'll say, thank you very much, Jeannie. So, right. Name's up for Daddy Tom.
I've got a question. Do we still have to shave our legs or waxing in spirit? Yes, if you want to ask a question, Mickey, ask a question. No problem. Hey, I'd be grateful for any insights from my spirit loved ones, especially Dad, my guides, and have I met my King of Pentacles? They know who I mean, LOL. Kiss, kiss. What now? Mary, for God's sakes, woman. She's putting her name up as nymph and now she's putting Brazilian. She's lost the plot.
Definitely. There is no need to worry about how fancy your legs are in spirit, because you won't have a body, you will be pure energy.
Been a great and enjoyable evening, Luke, Paul and Tom. Thank you for my message. Spot on with it. Love this group. He's had it again, isn't he? Okay, do you want to answer that one?
Right. Insight from spirit. Are you meaning you're looking for a connection to your loved ones? Have I met the King of Pentacles? I'd have to really connect with you to actually answer that one. All right. What's your take on that, Tonka?
I didn't start it with leg shaving. You started it. Dear God.
Right. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. So I'm going to say Mickey or Mikey. I've never seen a name with a double K, so forgive me if it's wrong, Mikey. I've just spoken with Tonka, my guide Tonka, and what he is saying to me in respect of your guides is, and as I'm looking over the top of the computer, I can see 3 guides that walk with you at the moment. There are more, but only 3 are showing themselves. And what they're telling me is, you can ask any number of mediums about your guides, who they are, how they appear. Are they Indians? Are they monks? Are they nuns? Are they cavemen? Are they barristers, teachers, or whatever. And the answer will always be along the same lines as what I'm about to tell you now from Tonka. And that is, I can see your guides. I know their names. I know what form they're presenting themselves in. But it is not for me to tell you that. You need to create and encourage and partake of a relationship with your guides so that you get to know them, understand their way of thinking, understand their way of working, and understand how they work with you and what their reason for being around you are, because they are personal to you. So the best way that you can build that relationship up is through making time for spirit, through meditation. Clear your mind and allow the guides to draw close to you, revealing themselves, build a relationship with them. Now, guides don't automatically have a name because they don't need a name in the world of spirit, but they will give you a name for your own peace of mind that you can then relate to them. Okay, so for example, if you had a Red Indian, he may say to you, oh, you can call me Whisper in the Wind, because then that's a name that you can recognize and relate to them. It doesn't mean to say that when they were on the earth plane, their name was Whisper in the Wind, but they will give you a name to refer to them, because in this world we live in now, it's all about names and faces. That's how we recognize people. Okay? Your King of Pentacles, you will find that there will be a number of King of Pentacles that will draw close to you.
That's tarot.
Yeah, but the King of Pentacles is the one that will make himself known to you, and your energy will resonate with him to identify the one which is for you. Okay, there are a number of people who would fit the description that will come and go in your mind, and your spirit, as in your higher self, and your higher self is the part of you that is the spirit that will move on to the world of spirit. And the way it communicates is using intuition. For example, if you walk into a building and your stomach's grunging, that is your higher self saying, I don't like this place, get out. Okay? Or you get butterflies and they're saying, now he's a nice person to be around. He will be helpful to you in the future. Build a good working relationship with that person. So work on your intuition. That will tell you when you've reached and met the one who is the King of Pentacles for you. Okay. As for your loved ones, they are around you all the time. They draw very close to you all the time. And the reason that you're not necessarily aware of them is because your mind has been cluttered with earthly things, which have put you off balance. So what you are finding is your earthly life and your spiritual life have gone like this. Okay? They're out of balance. And you need to find time and balance it out. Once you have the right balance and the meditation, the energies will rise up to a point where you will have clear communication with them and you will be aware of their presence. Okay? They're not hiding from you. They haven't gone anywhere. They're around you. They're trying to make themselves known, but you've allowed things to get in the way. Okay? You will, however, be aware of things like smells that'll give you a clue that they're around you. Touch, which is like someone just gently stroking your shoulder. And also around the leg and ankle area when you're lying in the bed. The more balanced your life becomes with the world of spirit, the more intense those touches will become. But as for clear-cut messages or audible sounds from them, until you've got the balance right and the vibrations at the right level, they may not necessarily be manifested to you. But they are around you. They are very much around you. There are 4 people very much around you. And they don't all come at the same time, but there are 4 people that do draw close to you. And one of which is a very tactile person, very tactile, and is all about touches and that, trying to get your attention to let you know I'm here. And there's a very strong energy as well. Okay, so they've not run away anywhere. They are around you. One in particular is trying to make himself known to you more and more and more. But the stronger your balance is, the more powerful those energies will be around you. But you will notice a change in the atmosphere each time this one particular individual draws close to you. It's like the air will become somewhat electrified, an energy that you can touch and you can feel. Right? That's them creating the right, I'm saying the right energy level for them to pass into the physical realm and perform tasks around you like touches, smells, movement, to give you the indication and the security in yourself and knowing, hey, they are there. Okay, but I'm looking at more at higher level communication where you can actually hear in your mind and speak into it in your mind. And that is what you want to be aiming for, right? It's keep the atmosphere as positive around home as possible. And the more positive it is, the stronger the energy is to help them come across and help them say, hey, it's me. Hiya. Okay. And with that, I'm going to say thank you very much, Mika. I hope that helps you. Bless you.
In answer to your question, Tracy, no, I've still got it. This is the one he's after. Right?
That's worth a fortune, that.
That's the one he's after. He ain't going to get it. He ain't going to get it. No. He'll probably take it in the night, but he'll have to bring it back. He'll have to bring it back. Okay, people, put your names up again. Let's have a look and see. Oh, by the way, Mickey, I actually, while Luke was chatting away there, I actually saw a Maori come around you, and he was dressed in a feathered cape. I could see that ornate building behind him with all the wood and everything was all like carvings and whatever. It's nice to see. Let me know if it goes. I will do, Tracy. You'll be getting a bill if it does.
All right. You have all the clairs. Clairaudience is my strongest. Cool. The more in balance you are, the stronger the energies to actually hear. Direct.
Oh, there we go then. There we go then, Mickey. Okay, let me have a look. All right, Carly Lou, can I come to you, please, Carly? Talk to me, Carly. Hi, Carly. I've got a lady drawing so close to me here, so close. She's quite emotional as she draws close, and I want to say that, bless her, she had a bad time of it towards the end. A bad time. It's the only way I can describe it, because I've got this little bit of fear going on inside me. As he said, am I off now to this other world or whatever? But I know she was tired because she's making me feel deeply tired. And it's like my eyes are wanting to sort of close, you know. Her words. I'm so sorry, love. I'm so sorry. I wanted to keep going, but I couldn't do it. It's not for the want of trying, you understand, because I tried my best. And it just got me in the end. It got me in the end. I was weak. I was tired. And if I'm honest, I just didn't care. I just didn't care. Enough was enough. And I know it took its toll on the whole family, because everyone was upset. Everyone wanted me to survive, get through what I needed to get through. But it's so hard when you see your loved ones coming to see you and all they're getting is bad news after bad news. They're not getting anything positive. They're not knowing from 1 minute to the next, when will it be? Will this be the last time we see her? Will this be the last time we're able to give her a kiss and hold her? The problem was I was very weak. And because I was very weak, I wasn't very talkative then. I had all sorts of things going on in my head. All thoughts of wondering what will be, how will they cope, will they cope? But I know they made me proud. I know that deep down inside, they know that I watch over them all the time. And I do. I do. I'm there every moment. Every moment that God allows me, I am there. She's got a beautiful light, Carly. And it's a tender light. Very soft, shimmering. But it's natural. And there's a natural caringness going on within this lady's heart. That when she was here, she tried to reach out as much as she could. Yes, at times it wasn't easy. At times I did struggle with my emotions. Because let's face it, you know, life had its ups and downs. But I want you to know that I'm proud. I want her to know that she means everything to me. I'm watching her lying there. And I have to say, Carly, as she's lying there, it's just like this weakness is getting stronger and stronger. To a point of whereby she needed to go. She needed to let go of that body. But there was a fear. This is why the struggle toward the end, but how it went so quickly in the end as well. Because it's as if something had just given way inside. When your body's not your own, if you understand what I mean, this is where it takes its toll. There's a gentleman now coming close to her. And as I look to him, I'm seeing where he's smartly dressed. I'm seeing very much a man's man. And at one time, he would have worn a waistcoat, because I'm seeing a waistcoat on him. But I want the old-fashioned type waistcoat. And it was loose. It was open at the front. And it had one of those ties on the back. But they were loose as well. Because it looks like he's put a bit of weight on, bless him. He's making me aware of whiskers as well. Because I'm feeling them come on my face. And he's laughing because he's telling me here that sometimes you get like a prickly sensation around your cheeks. That's him where he draws in to give you a hug. You still there, Carly? Because I haven't seen any posts come up for ages.
There's nothing else come up yet.
Just wonder if she's still there.
Yeah, ticky tape hasn't moved anymore.
It's like it's all stopped. How strange.
Yeah.
Mind you, they are close. I'm getting a lot of blurred vision in the eyes with her, you know, this lady.
We'll call it a night if you want, Matt.
That's strange, isn't it?
Yeah, because there's no more.
Oh,
Here we go.
she's on another page. What page is she on then? Well, she was on here a minute ago. Well, 7 minutes ago.
There's nothing come up from her.
Not since 11:30.
Yeah.
She had what? She had replied. What did she reply, Jeannie? Because I'm not seeing anything here in the studio. She was in the studio. She was chatting in the studio. There is 2 pages. This is where it gets awkward, isn't it? There is 2 pages. I am here. Is that here? I'll just have to let them go, bless them, because I know they wanted to say so much to her. It's split into 2 apparently. She can hear me, but
All right, Paul's trying to check on his phone. But on this particular page,
Yeah, I'm still here. On Paul Luke page, she's on.
well,
I'll just put a comment. Right. See the hello come up.
yeah.
I'll just put hi Carly and see if she respond to that.
Yeah, see, I've just seen that, and Carly's just put hi Paul.
Yeah, but we're not seeing it on the
screen here.
She was on the screen. She was on the studio. You see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't doubt, Paul, what you've got on your phone, but what we're saying is we can't see it on here.
She was in the studio. She was chatting away in the studio. Then all of a sudden she's gone. So I was working in the studio part.
Mm.
Carly, can you understand everything that's been said so far, my dear? I see you've said hi, Tom.
Tracy's saying she's on her page. So the page Tracy Connolly Smith's on.
Yes, 100%. Thank you, Carly. Okay, I've gone into Facebook. I'm having to read the thing comments in Facebook rather than in the studio, because she was in the studio. Now all of a sudden she's gone from there into Facebook. Okay, Carly. Now where was I? Oh yes, the gentleman with the prickly chin. The prickles on his face. Bless him. He's quite rounded, sort of in the facial features there, you know. But I'm seeing him thinning. I'm seeing him starting to lose weight around his cheeks area there, and he's also making me aware of feeling quite tired before he passed. But I want to say that it would have had a lot to do with his heart area and his lungs and that. And I would have also said that this is a man who would have been a heavy smoker early in life. And I feel that's where a lot of this condition had gone on with this gentleman. Because he's shown me his lungs and he's shown me that it's not too clever in that area, you know? Yes, it was. Okay, thank you, Carly. It's like he's making me aware here about how he wanted to try, if he could, to keep his inner strengths. But there was something going on that stopped him from having that inner strength, because I just feel that with regard to him, he didn't seem to care anymore either, because it's like, well, you know, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And I'm watching him. It's like he's got an easy chair by the fire, and I'm seeing him sort of drop into that easy chair, as if to say, "Oh God, at last I can just sit down, you know, find a bit of peace." And because he just didn't care anymore, it was like people were sort of trying their best to sort of coax him into things, but I don't want to know anymore. Don't want to know. It's like he completely given up altogether on life itself. The lady, she's making my vision blurred, because I know it was affecting her vision. And I'm getting that severe tiredness around the eyes. And she's drawn back in and everything's blurred. The screen's all blurred, everything. And it's like he's there and she's there. And he's trying to help her and guide her and give her some strength that he would have had. But I feel that sense of loss still deep inside. And that unable to let go, if you like. Because I want to be part of this world. I don't want to be part of the world that I'm in. I want to be able to come back and share my love with those that I loved when I was here. And I'm watching her get emotional and I'm seeing tears coming. And when I say tears, these tears are streaming. They really are streaming. And as I'm watching those tears stream, I'm seeing what's weird. It's like those tears are going to your heart. And it's like they're washing your heart and they're cleaning your heart and clearing it of the sadness deep inside. As I'm watching that going on, I'm seeing a child come forward. And this child has a gentle light. And I'm seeing a beautiful little girl in the spirit world. She got beautiful hair. It's very fine. Because as I'm watching her, I'm seeing that natural, tender smile coming through. It's if to say, oh, somebody sees me. Somebody sees me. And that child is coming to you, Carly. Coming to you with so much love. And so much peace. But it's the smile that's radiant that's coming for your heart itself. So that your heart will smile. I will draw away from you now, Carly. But as I do so, they're telling me to give you a present from their world. And I'm saying, well, what is the present? And what they're showing me is the old-fashioned paper mache jewelry boxes. And I'm seeing this paper mache jewelry box. It's round, it's black, and it's got flowers, beautiful flowers on the lid. And there would have been all sorts of things kept in this little jewelry box. Because I'm seeing rings, I'm seeing necklaces, I'm seeing bracelets. I'm even seeing an old-fashioned gentleman's watch in there. And as I look to that, they're making me aware of the time in this world compared to no time in their world. And as I'm looking at that time, I'm seeing where time itself will help you to be at peace, if you like, because that's what you need more than anything. And I will leave you with that.
Comments have stopped for everything.
Wow. The comments keep
Stopping now.
yeah, they keep stopping and starting, stopping and starting, stopping and starting.
The last thing I got from Carly was he did.
Yeah. It's
Oh. No, thank you so much.
I think
That's
it's
what it is.
and then they all come in at once.
Yeah, it's spirit. It's a pleasure, Carly. Beautiful people. Beautiful people.
Definitely.
Right, we're going to call it a night now. We are back tomorrow with the lovely Lynn Green. She'll be doing her pendulums. So that'll be from 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. Or I don't know what the time is in America and all that lot. So all I know is 8 p.m. UK time. Yeah, and
start at 8, don't be late.
Yeah, and just think of the questions that you'd want to ask her. She's an amazing pendulum reader. And yeah, we're having her with us tomorrow. And then Sunday, my actual birthday, we are on Prism of Light from 8 o'clock.
Till 8:05.
Till 10. And then that will be us for just over 2 weeks.
Yes.
When we will be back.
A 2-and-a-bit week hiatus. How will you all cope without us?
Well, Tracy, can they speak about cucumbers?
Can we ask about cucumbers? Why do you want to ask about cucumbers, Tracy?
She's still on about cucumbers.
Yes, she's on about cucumbers. Mary says she promises to keep it clean tomorrow.
Thank you, Trish. Yeah, we'll be on the same pages, but if you can come over to the normal page, the Facebook pages, then I will take down the YouTube.
When? Where? How?
I will sort out the YouTube. So, like, I know there's a few people that like watching it on YouTube, but I'm thinking of getting rid of that one, because with that you can let all the scammers in. That's the only problem with YouTube. You haven't got no control over it until they've actually started scamming or spamming. So yeah, right. Thank you, Dad, for joining again. Been a great night.
And for dealing with all the vegetable questions.
It is double
cauliflower.
Yeah. Jeannie's got. It is Double Trouble with Miss Mischief tomorrow, so that's going to be fun. So yes, and yeah, from us we'll say good night now, and thank you all for spending your Friday evening with us. Very much appreciated.
Yes,
And
before tomorrow night is out, Paul's going to get a Mexican.
Yeah, so good night. God bless. Take care.
Have fun, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.